Hi you guys, it's Vallivon The Perfume Don back at you with another fragrance video. Thank you so much for joining my perfume mafia. Welcome new subscribers. If you love fragrance, if you love smelling good, if you love feeling good, if you love praising good, you are in the place to be. So I want you guys also to hit me up on Instagram. It's Vallivon The Perfume Don on there. Actually, I got some comments. You guys were like, why do you never say that again? If you love smelling good, then you're in the place to be. But today, the reason why I wasn't going to say is because this is a serious topic, man. This is a serious topic. So the topic we're going to be talking about today is the fact that a lot of you have asked me, like, why the heck do I need a nighttime fragrance? Can I not just wear my same fragrance all the day long? And the answer to that is yes, you can do what you want. You're an adult, you spent your money on it, wear what you want, when you want. I'm a huge proponent for that. There are no rules, except for there are, okay? And we're gonna learn one of the rules today, which is why you need an evening, nighttime fragrance, okay? So just stay tuned. And I also want you guys to drop below for me, what are the evening scents in your collection that you just love, that are reserved? I don't want to hear about the ones that you rock all the time. The ones that are exclusively reserved for evening wear. Let me know. And we'll get into this video. So, 3 rules, 3 reasons I'll say. It sounds a little bit less harsh. 3 reasons why you need an evening perfume. The first reason why you need an evening fragrance is because of the fact of what are you doing? What are you doing throughout the day in the evening that's different? Usually throughout the day, you're going to be in places, well, prior to 2020, everything is different now. But usually you would be in the office. You would be maybe going to the schools, picking up your kids, and places where you're not supposed to be really wearing a strong, pronounced fragrance. Every office is different and the rules are different everywhere. However, most places that you go during the daytime, you aren't permitted, or it's just unfriendly and a little bit intrusive to wear a huge, boisterous fragrance. For that reason, that's why we save those for the evening. It's a little bit more relaxed. If you're going certain places at night, usually it's to be expected that people will put on a little bit more of a fragrance. Men will put on more cologne, women will put on more perfume. So it just really depends on where you're going throughout the day. And most people are going to an office or a place, or you're going to the nursery, you're going to the daycare, you're going to the doctor's office. All of those places that are only open during the day usually do not permit strong fragrances versus where you're going at night. Reason number 2 why you need an evening fragrance is because of the sun. The sun is to blame of why you need an evening fragrance. Now, a lot of fragrances, some people may disagree with me, but a lot of fragrances perform differently, especially in the summer, more so versus in the winter. This whole scenario is a little bit more pertinent in the summer. But in the summer especially, your fragrances can change as you're sweating throughout the day. They perform differently, they smell differently, the sillage is different, and fragrances definitely change when the sun is interacting with them. That's why I always tell you guys, there's certain summer fragrances actually just released an affordable summer fragrance list, and I'll have more coming. But fragrances, some of them don't perform the best when the sun is beating down on them. It can make it more intense, or it could really weaken them, versus if you have other fragrances that don't perform well when the sun's beating down on them, then you can definitely rock those in the evening. Even though it's summer, if you're looking to rock something that's a little bit more woody, a little bit more spicy, all of our girls are like a lot of deeper scents. Those still work in the summer if you really want to wear them, but more so in the evening. Now, again, I told you guys wear what you want when you want to, but in my opinion, those work a lot better in the evening because the sun isn't changing the chemistry of them. Some woods can turn a little bit sour, and the same thing with spicy. It's just on my body chemistry for some reason. So that's why I really like to reserve those for the evening. I have a few that I'm going to share with you guys You can actually see them in the frame. So I'm like, ooh. The third reason why you should have evening fragrances. Now, going back to rule number one, or reason number one, during the day, you're usually going places that are a little bit more casual, unless you're a Hollywood celebrity, that kind of thing. Everything is a runway show, or everything is an event. But for us normal people, we usually reserve high classy events or very nice affairs, galas, cocktail hours, going out to dinners, going out to shows. Those things are usually reserved for the evening. So typically evening fragrances are a little bit more sophisticated. Again, more pronounced. So if you're going to a nightclub, that kind of thing, you want a fragrance that's a little bit stronger because you're going to be competing with so many other scents in the nightclub. And it's used as an attraction mechanism, of course. But the places we go in the evening is quite different than the places that we go during the day, which is why you want a separate fragrance that typically targets that market. So those are the three reasons why I feel like you should have a different set of nighttime fragrances versus your daytime fragrances. But if you can find a stellar scent that works all day and transitions nicely to the evening, and there are some scents like that, and if you would like me to do a video on that, I can absolutely do that. Unless you can find a fragrance that transitions very nicely from day to night and through the seasons, which is another topic that we should get into, then I would typically say go ahead and just invest in one very nice evening fragrance to meet all of those needs. Now, the three that I have in my collection that I really like to rock only at nighttime is going to be, I have an affordable option. It is from Rihanna. This is a celebrity scent. This is the Rebel Fleur. Really like this one. I think it has red berries in there. It's got some coconut, which keeps it very feminine, but it has a very strong patchouli element. So kind of like woody, spicy, but this is quite seductive, and I think it works so well in the evening for a little bit of like a sexy night. Now, the next one that I have is going to be, actually it's in my recent pickups. If you haven't checked out, just did a haul of some new fragrances that I added to my collection, and this is one of them. So this is the infamous, well, I shouldn't say infamous, actually. Infamous is like negative. Everyone knows that. But this is the famous Black Opium. This is the De Parfum, and it smells like vanilla. Yes, it's a gourmand, but it has a very strong coffee note. So it's delicious, but it still has a really deep element to it. Now, the third one that I have in my collection is going to be the Tom Ford Velvet Orchid. And again, it does have a floral component that's so nice. It has two different orchid notes. So it's definitely floral, but it has the woody and the spiciness. And I want to say it has like saffron or something in there. Very, very nice. Lovely fragrance, but it's definitely reserved for evening wear for myself. And a few other notes that I feel like are really reserved and for evening wear for myself are going to be fragrances that have a very strong, prominent amber note, because amber really adds depth to where it overpowers all the other fragrances. I'll reserve that for the evening. Very deep woody fragrances, a lot of cedar that's really deep, then I'll usually reserve those for the evening. Patchouli is a big one. If it has a very prominent patchouli note, that's reserved for the evening, as well as oud fragrances for myself. This is my personal taste. I like to reserve those for evening wear. But that's my list, and those are my reasons. And let me know if you have experienced anything else like that down below. What are your reasons that you have evening scents in your collection? I would love to know. And then also let me know, what are those scents that you have in your collection? And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Catch you next time. Peace.